Yikes, I have 15 minutes. Okay. 20 minutes.
20 minutes until we start?
No, till I'm done. Because this was supposed to be.
Once I go to Google Plus,
Yeah.
where do I go for Hangouts?
Plus.com, plus.google.com/hangouts. Okay, good. Job anyway. All right. So we'll get started with our blogging 101 presentation. Because we got just a short amount of time before we have to be done. This is a very, 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 very introductory presentation on blogging. My name is Mike Paul, again. I've been blogging since about 2006. My current blog is at pikemalltech.com, PIKEMALLTECH. Yes, it sounds like my name because it's a play on my name, Mike Paul, Pike Mall Tech. So that site has been active a long time ago with just general technology. For the last year, it's been active on educational technology. So I'll have show a lot of links there, things that I find. Things that I've learned today, I'll probably post there later today. But this is how you can use blogging. We talked about Twitter earlier as connecting with people. This is about building your blog as the hub of your professional learning network, where you can share all the things that you think are really cool, share your own thoughts, and get, basically you're building a platform for yourself as a teacher here in the education community. And if you've spent any time online, you've probably read some articles about why teachers should blog, because it's good for reflection, it's good for analyzing your teaching strategies, your teaching practices, things like that. It's great for sharing information, and all those are really good things. However, unfortunately, nobody is really teaching teachers how to blog. There's no recommended reasons how to blog, how to go about doing it, what the proper ways are to blog. So you get teachers that say, yes, I want to start a blog, and then they write one blog post. And then 6 or 8 months later, they decide, I'll write another blog post. And then 6 or 8 months later after that, I'll write another blog post. And it goes from being a really good tool to just being, I'm putting this stuff out on the internet, but nobody's reading it, it's not benefiting anybody. And really, honestly, it's not even benefiting myself because I don't do it very often. Because there's no structure to the blog, there's no plan for the blog. It's really just has reverted back to what blogs were when they first started showing up online 10, 15 years ago, which is a personal journal, which is kind of cool in some ways, but if you're not blogging all the time, you're missing out on a lot of benefits of blogging. So my blog it builds your platform as a teacher leader, gets your thoughts out there into the education community, because even though there are a few select people that are getting their thoughts out there, well, to be honest, they're not much different than any of us. We all have really good ideas and things to share. Like, our microphones should always work, but I did knock it out in the middle of the presentation. Anybody can be a blogger. You don't have to have any special certification, you don't have to have any special degrees. Anybody can start a blog that can be read by people from all over the world. It gives you a home online, so rather than when you tweet stuff out, sending people to somebody else's website, if you store all those things on your website, on your blog, you're bringing people to your home online rather than someone else's. And it also allows you to connect with others, just like Twitter, but the blog just does that in a much, much bigger way. Some of the keys to blogging success. In a minute, I'm going to take you inside my blog. I want to take you inside my blog in a second and show you some of the success that I've had blogging. Some of the keys are to know exactly who you're writing for, who is your audience for this blog. Publish on a regular schedule, and not a regular schedule that's every 6 or 8 months. We need it to be. It doesn't have to be every day. A lot of people get intimidated by that fact, even though you can very easily blog every day if you have a system in place. But if you blog once a week, twice a week, like every Tuesday you have a new blog post that comes out, or every Monday and Friday you have a new blog post that comes out, that establishes a pattern that the people that are coming to read your blog know, okay, I can expect something new on Mondays and Thursdays, whatever it may be. One of the other big keys to success that a lot of people ignore when blogging is to own your own website. And some people get really intimidated by that fact because they think owning a website is this big, involved ordeal. Brooke, how long is it going to take you to get your website set up for your blog?
3 minutes.
Took Brooke 3 minutes to set up her website for her blog. Literally anymore, it's not something that you have to be a programming genius to do. It's about 5 mouse clicks and you have a website set up. And it's a website that you own. It's not a free one from Google Blogger or WordPress.com or any of the other free services out there, which are all fine, but you don't have complete control over. With your own site, your own blog, it's 100% yours. You can do whatever you want to it. Another key to blogging success is to be social. Share what you're doing on your blog with your learning network through Twitter, Facebook, Google+. You have to become your own biggest promoter. You may be doing great stuff, but if you don't tell anybody about it, nobody's going to know about it. And so some of us are real scared about sharing what we know. If you want to have a blog that people come and visit, you got to get over that. And you have to share those things with other people. All right, so now we're going to go behind the scenes of my blog at mymaltech.com. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I focus on with that blog and how you can really start your own with just a few minutes a day. It really doesn't take very much to get your own blog up and running. Okay, my blog is run on a platform called WordPress, WordPress.org. It's a self-hosted blog, meaning that I own MikeMaltech.com, I own that domain name, and I have a hosting account that blog lives at. That's my address online. So as you can see, this here measures my statistics. And here we've got a little over 100 visitors a day, over 150. I get a pretty decent amount of traffic to my blog because I know who my audience is. My audience is teachers that want to use technology in their classroom. So I share about a lot of those topics and consequently get a lot of traffic from it. If you look down here, some of the posts that have gotten a lot of traffic today, 10 reasons why teachers use Twitter for professional development. Free Digital Tools Guide for Digital Learning Day. This one is a post called "I Didn't Believe You Could Align Twitter with Bloom's Taxonomy Until You Saw This." So it's sharing a lot of educational technology tools. Now, you may not be a tech expert, but that's okay. You're an expert in something. Maybe you've got a makerspace at your school. You do lots of creation with your students. Maybe you are the absolute master of student engagement for second graders. You know more about it than anybody else. You can share those things that you do in class on your blog and share them with other people who are teaching second grade and they need help engaging their students. And they can come and read your blog and get some help on what they're doing. So now we're going to take a look at some of the posts that I've written here lately. And again, you'll notice they're all pretty much centered on educational technology topics. This post was kind of fun. How ghosts can help your students practice math skills. There's an app on the iPad that's like a mystery ghost town or something that you can download and use for your kids. A post entitled "Good Technology Can Never Replace a Good Teacher." Things like that. So writing those blog posts and writing them on a regular basis for your audience, whatever that may be, and then sharing those posts with through Twitter, through Google Plus, can help you contribute to the education community at large. And I'm going to take a look at a little bit of the education community that visits this blog. So, today, there have been 57 views on my blog. Best ever on a single day was 371. All time, which has been about a year ago since I installed these stats on the blog, 15,969 people have come to this blog from all over the world. There's people from Australia, from Great Britain, from Indonesia, from literally all over the world that have come to this website. And it's something that very easily anybody that takes just a few minutes can do as well and contribute to the community. Because I have people now that just come to my website to find stuff. I get links from Pinterest, for people that can, some kind of infographic that I shoot. You get found in Google search engines and people find the content that you put up to they use in their classroom. And it's really about becoming an active part of the community and contributing your voice to the community and being a teacher leader. So let's go in and let's look at a blog post to show you just how easy it is to put a blog post up in WordPress. Okay, so this is the main editing area inside of WordPress. And if you can use Microsoft Word, you can do this very easy. You can insert your title at the top, and then in this area right here, we just basically copy and paste. You can add images, you can add links, you can embed YouTube videos, you can embed presentations from SlideShare.net that you found. You can do all of those things. You can do all of those things. Here's the great thing about blogging. And a lot of people get caught up on this word of, you do not have to feel like you have to be the one creating all the content. Not at all. Some of my most popular posts are just where I have shared information that I found somewhere else online, like an infographic, a YouTube video, things like that. I put them on my blog, of course, link back to the original source, but I didn't create it. I just linked to it. But now people can find it on my blog, and then they may find some other stuff on my blog that is of interest to them. So, and that's the way that you can blog every day if you really want to. If you find something cool to share every day, rather than just sending out a link on Twitter to the website, you can very quickly, in just a couple of minutes, add that content to your blog. If it's a video or an image, or if it's an article that you read, and you glean something from it, link back to the original article, go inside your blog, leave a few comments about what you learned from the article, and now you have a new blog post for the day. And then you can do it literally in as little as 5 minutes. Really doesn't take much time at all. There is some benefit to writing very long-form blog posts from time to time, 2,000 plus words, but that's not something. It's not something that you have to do on a regular basis by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. And that's how you start blogging. Again, it's very easy for anyone to get their ideas out online using tools that are not necessarily free, but certainly incredibly cheap. A domain name is $13 a year. Your own hosting account is $10 a month. But it doesn't take very much at all to get that done and get it out there. Okay. Anybody have any questions? How do you think I'm going to do with blogging? This is just a very, very introductory, just to kind of give you some inspiration to start blogging. Benefits of having your own hosting account. When you have your own hosting account, as opposed to using Blogger.com or WordPress.com or other free blogging platforms, is that you don't have full control over the site. You are limited to a certain number of templates, the way the site looks. You're limited to some of the content that you can upload to it. With your own website, anybody ever heard of Teachers Pay Teachers? Or Teachers Create Stuff and Sell Stuff? If you have your own website, you don't need Teachers Pay Teachers. You can still create stuff and sell it if you have a PayPal account. You can create a button inside of PayPal and attach it any dollar amount you want to with it, and set it up through PayPal and stuff that you would sell on Teachers Pay Teachers. Get them out of the mix and their percentage that they're taking of whatever you're selling, put it on your website and sell it. You have full control over the way the website looks. Generally, you own the website, so it's much less likely that at some point in time, Google or somebody else is not going to say, okay, we're not going to do this anymore, and they shut the site down. That's something you always have to worry about when you're using somebody else's service. Not that I think Google's going to shut Blogger down anytime soon, but it has been an awful long time since they updated it, and most Blogger blogs don't look very modern. You can pretty much tell that this is a Blogger blog if I look at it. Look at one. You can also add much more functionality to your own website than you can with a Blogger blog. From embedding different functionality to, you can even cut YouTube out altogether. If you make a video, you can upload your video. You can upload your video directly to your own hosting account and embed it on your website. It'll be on your website. You don't have to work with YouTube. Plug directly to your site. With WordPress, If you want to use your blog as a learning management system, if you're flipping a classroom or if you just want to set up a classroom blog, you can set up membership options through WordPress using different plugins so that your students can log into that account and only those people you get access to will be able to see the content, so the content is protected and they're in the same environment without having to use somebody else's stuff. You can do it all through your own website. Those are just a few of the things that you can do if you have your own hosting account rather than using somebody else's. Anything else? Okay. That's all that I have about blogging. One of the other rooms next time we talk about podcasting, which is also pretty cool to do in your classroom. So thanks for listening and enjoy the rest of your day.